Good afternoon, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with the Trumpet for My People. Today is May 21st, 2018. I have a message for you today. Something very, very beautiful. Very, very clear. And I definitely believe that we have arrived at the time of our deliverance. I am holding on tonight through tomorrow. I want to share something very, very clear with you. Very positive understanding. I think everybody will be able to understand what I'm sharing right now. We have been waiting for the blessed day. Blessed is he that waits and comes to the 1,335 days from Daniel 12:12. I've shown from the calendars how from the day of the Feast of Trumpets, adding 1,335 days, it brings us to the Feast of Pentecost. So when it says wait, blessed is he who waits and comes to the 1,335 days, there is a biblical connection within the Feast of Trumpets to the Feast of Pentecost. We are there right now, and today our sign came of the Pope proclaiming it is okay to be gay. This is an abomination before the Lord. A man sleeping with a man, a woman sleeping with a woman is a grave abomination. And this is an abomination that is going to be promoted and forced upon the multitudes. Anyone who would not accept this is going to be similar to, or the start of, the same type of situation with the mark of the beast, that everybody's going to have to accept this as fact. It is part of the Antichrist agenda. And we have been looking at the covenant with many. And so we see that the covenant with many for 1 week that started in September of 2014 on the Feast of Trumpets. We have a midweek abomination, and it shows that from the time of the abomination, see, if you see here midweek, the covenant with many, there's a midweek abomination, and then it says, and for the overspreading of abomination, he shall make it desolate, even until the consummation. The consummation has to do with the end, the complete end, the finality. It also has to do with consummation of a wedding. And that determined shall be poured upon the desolate. So there is a 7-year timeline. And we have a covenant that began in 2014. We have a midweek abomination. And then it's the desolation that is coming with the second half of the tribulation, the great tribulation, which is the final 3.5 years. And this has to do also with the consummation, which is the marriage supper of the Lamb. And so here, let's look at some information that I'm going to be sharing with you. And I've shared this, and I'm going to just go over this again real quickly with you. Okay, we looked at the timeline. We see the connection to Pentecost and this declaration that came out today on front page of Drudge Report. Okay to be gay. God made you like this. We see this link to the Feast of Trumpets in 2014, which when Obama chaired the United Nations, this was a covenant. They gave him power. He sat in the seat of power in the United Nations Security Council. And then there is a connection between the Feast of Trumpets to the Feast of Pentecost by 1,335 days. Now, I want to clarify the calendar. I want to clarify the calendar and show you with clear understanding that we are watching the window of May 21st to May 22nd. This has to do with the fact that the Feast of Trumpets in 2014 was September 24th to September 25th. Feast of Trumpets. If we take those 2 days, which entails 2 days in our calendar, 1 day in Israel, but 2 days in our calendar, on September 24th and 25th, if we add 1,335 days to that, it brings us to May 21st and May 22nd, 2018. And on both of these dates, then, we have our signs. The Obama chairs the UN on the Feast of Trumpets, and Pope Francis declares the abomination on homosexuality on the Feast of Pentecost. Then we add 1,260 days to that after Harpazo, as it says in Revelation 12:5 and 6. After the catching up, there will be 1,260 days. Brings us to November 1st and 2nd, 2021, the day the flood ended on Chesvan 27, the 27th day of the second month, as in the days of Noah. Okay, so what have I seen today that I want to share with you? This has to do with the number 522 in the Strong's Greek. 522 connecting to May 22nd. 522. Look at what I have found and the way I'm going to be sharing this with you. Remember, this is connected to the consummation we shared, okay? It's connected to the consummation. The consummation, which has to do with the wedding. And 522 is going to connect us to a wedding. Watch the importance of this. Strong's Concordance 522 in the Greek means to lift off. I take away, remove, pass. I am taken away, withdrawn. See over here, it shows there are 3 occurrences. Let's take a look at the 3 occurrences of this, and we'll see how the taking away is connected to the wedding. The taking away is not just a taking away of anything. It is a taking away, and it has to do with the wedding. Number 522 is directly connected to the wedding. Look at what we are going to be seeing here. Let's look at the 3 occurrences of 522, the Greek word 522 in the New Testament. The first usage, Matthew 9:15. Jesus said to them, "Can the friends of the bridegroom mourn as long as the bridegroom is with them?" But the days will come. Jesus said to them, "Can the friends of the bridegroom mourn as long as the bridegroom is with them? The days will come when the bridegroom will be taken away from them, and then they will fast." You know, the Great Tribulation has a lot to do with the buying and selling and the need for food, and there's going to be the fasting. There's going to be the obligatory fasting as food is going to run out during the Great Tribulation. There's going to enter in the desperation and the need for people to cry out, to call out to the Lord, and there's going to be the remembrance of that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of the Lord. And so when the bridegroom is taken away, it will be the time of fasting. So this is connected. Number 522, this has to do with the number when it says taken away. Lift off, remove, take away. 522. Okay? Then in Luke 5:35, remember this word is only used 3 times, and it's similar in each case. The days will come when the bridegroom will be taken away from them. Then they will fast in those days. The bridegroom will be, 522, the bridegroom will be taken away, lifted off, removed from them. Then they will fast in those days. Mark 2:20, But the days will come when the bridegroom will be taken away from them, and then they will fast in those days. See how the number 522 is connected to the consummation? It's connected to the wedding. It's connected to the removal of the bridegroom. And it's connected to when the bridegroom is removed, when the restrainer is removed, then the desolations will be poured out. Okay, and so it's the abomination has come to its full, and the Holy Spirit will no longer strive with man. As God said, my spirit will not strive with man forever. His days will be 120 years. 120 times 50 is 6,000 years, and we have come to the 6,000th year, and it's the Jubilee, and so we come to the year of Jubilee, and we need to come to the 50th day, which is the day of Pentecost. It's tied in with the promise of the Jubilee, Pentecost. And so the word in Greek is apairo, to lift off. I take away, remove. I take away, remove, pass. I am taken away, withdrawn. Withdrawn. And then the Bible verses that go with this from the Greek New Testament that connect us with the consummation of the marriage. When the bridegroom is taken away, when he goes away with his chosen bride, with his elect, then the desolations will be poured out from the time of the consummation until the end of time, and the desolation will the overspreading of abominations and the desolation will be fulfilled even until the consummation, and that determined shall be poured out upon the desolate. Okay, so much in this verse. And if we look at it carefully, we can see that the covenant with many happens at the beginning of the week. In the middle of the week is the abomination of desolation. See, this verse right here clearly shows that when the covenant happens, then there's the abomination of desolation, and then the other half of the tribulation, the great tribulation, is the desolation that is coming, the great tribulation. The second half of the 7 years, 3.5 years of great tribulation. And this is confirmed in Matthew 24:15 when Jesus said, when you see the abomination of desolation, according to the prophet Daniel. And so he said that we should watch for that. That means we will be here at least until the halfway point of the 7 years. And then what is left is the 3.5 years confirmed by Revelation chapter 12. After the harpazo, there's 1,260 days. See, this is very, very clear. And I keep seeing the people, there's just, the majority of people really hold on to this idea of 7 years remaining. There's not 7 years remaining. For those who wanted there to be 7 years remaining from 2017 to 2024, well, where was the rapture then at the time of the great eclipse? If the two eclipses marked 7-year time frame, why didn't the rapture happen back in August? See, that would have started your 7-year period. And where do the 1,335 days come in? That is a link from the Feast of Trumpets to the Feast of Pentecost. And then we have another 1,260 days at the end. That brings us to the day the flood ended, Chess Van 27. Okay? So I want to make it clear here that the day that we are watching continues May 21st, May 22nd. This is the biblical understanding of the Feast of Trumpets. It's a 2-day overlap on our calendar. May 21st to May 22nd is the 1,335th day. And I will wait, and I will not be ashamed. This is Steve Fletcher with the Trumpet for My People. the sign of his coming revealed.